Welcome back, everybody. Council, are we ready to continue the proceedings? If you are, please proceed. Thank you.
Indeed, we are, Mr. Chairman. Can I ask that the witness be brought in? Good afternoon, Madam Camara.
Madam Camara, kwa abeti nyanna, be kontona.
Yeah, kompana kontonjuro monda.
Yes, good afternoon.
Did you have a good break?
Ako fe da hale do bandimbang.
Alhamdulillah, nganda hale.
Thanks to God, I've had a good rest.
Are you ready to continue with your testimony?
Ako fe paretele be continue no la ila sede yaro la bang.
Sallallahu ma continue no.
Yes, I can.
Prior to the break,
Nimbita da hala.
You provided a very detailed narrative
about
the torture that was meted out to you at the NIA premises in Banjul. You provided a lot of information about what they did to you. I would like to ask a few specific questions just to get additional detail about what you've told us. So it is not my intention to go over the entire account again. You provided a very good narrative of what happened. You mentioned that when you were first taken into another room, one of the first things that they said to you was that you were the chairwoman, one of the chairpersons, I should say rather, of UDP. And you were claiming that you were not aware of the demonstration. They seemed to know who you were. Apart from the name that you provided, Haruna, did you recognize any of the other NIA officials?
At that time, there was no one I could recognize because I was blindfolded.
And you told us that they referred to you as a chairwoman.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you were chairing at the time or what you represented at the time?
At that time, I was a chairperson
Of where?
Mun kono parti juma
UDP.
at the UDP.
For which region?
ibe tundu juma le kan wotumo
Be?
ibe siri min tole wotumo ibe ma famu
Jibo Town.
Ibo Town.
Jibo Town, Joso.
Ibo Town, Joshua.
You said that they held you, they put you on a table,
yenyim foko ye landi tabulo kan
and they held your hands and legs.
ye bulolu ni singulu muta
I know that at the time you were blindfolded.
akayo lon ko wotumo de nyabe sitirinne
Could you tell how many people were in the room with you?
ako foy sa fono le mojelle be fe bungo kono je no wotumo
Tani. Mo fana kalamto.
No, I was not aware of that as well.
Did they say anything while they were beating you?
foy be kumal le fo kambang wato me be lipakang
Ha, ko kuma kurwon le fodoro.
Yes.
Yalo mo kendo manyan nafara.
They were saying very bad words which a normal person would not say.
And what were they saying to you?
amunta ibe mun kuma kanu le fo kanu
Yalo kuma jawayata to sinkano.
God knows those are very horrific words which I will not be able to repeat here.
Even if you can't repeat what they said, can you give us an idea of the types of insults that they were making against you? What were they driving at?
hanning ima akuma seyite lokuma kangulu kam bari isa fono nyenne mun nendir façon men mo safa ko musuma nendirol lem falla fo ba nendirol lem fo mun nendir façon lem
Ha, musuman nendirol lem. Nendi jawol ba nendirol.
These were insults bordering on the woman, very terrible insults, insults of the mother also.
And as part of these insults, did they say what they would do to you prior to beating you?
o nendirol ko la janni be liparo damtala fo ya fo ne be menkele la bang
Hani ma fo ibe minke ya fu yitani la ko ni man to nya fo.
They didn't tell me what they will do, but what they made me to know was that if I did not tell them the truth,
Sila nga jibo tel man tere to nya no lafta nga wuli yale fo.
but then I saw to it that they did not want me to tell them the truth, but to tell them lies.
Aru nga sayata o fi sa nga wuli yafo.
And it was better for me to die than to tell lies.
Bay dunya la kito mu do man leti nga yomal kiyama la kito.
Because the judgment of this earth is a lesser one compared to the judgment of the hereafter.
You said that they were beating you until you fainted.
yenyim fo ko ye lipale fo ketuta
Yelli pa fonkiruta. Kiruta le fereng.
They beat me until I fainted completely.
Can you tell us, could you figure out what they were using to beat you? What kind of material?
fo e sinyim fono le ila miroto be lipakanu mum fem façon ne la
Ula li parol fengolo be komi le maro ima nani be fonte teleno. No be. Be le tete.
They had whips.
Akayiti le kate.
Even my back, it was swollen, and I suffered cuts there.
Were you able to estimate for how long they were beating you?
fo isa iri kanola ila wo butero ay wati jelleta metale fo wati jelu
A metal.
It took a long time
Yem butele fonkiruta.
because they beat me until I fainted.
Mem fankala mutela wato to be nya mole kono.
And when I realized, when I woke up, I found that I was inside the grass.
To mo jiwo bombalo beka.
And at that time, they had poured water on the whole of my body.
Na fanol be sinan.
My wrapper was completely wet.
You told us that they beat you until you fainted.
yenyim fo ko ye butele fo ketuta
Ah.
Yes.
You regained consciousness,
rin keto bote kunna
and they beat you again until you fainted
kota ke na te lipale fo ketuta kota ke
Ha.
a second time.
Yes. Yes.
Ke dol na tambondi ubulu.
One man came and took me off from their hands.
At what point were you taken to the panel that was then asking you questions?
wati jumalom ye samba wo molu nyati lungula menu ya damuta ke nyinin ka kuma kangolla
I'm referring to the panel that
Panel
included
wo-
Tamba Masane.
panelo damen tamba ma sireka kumeye
Asiri.
Obe mo suto kili wanet.
That happened that same night.
Was it after you had fainted the second time, or was it before that?
amunta ila keto fulanjangolom bam fodum janni ketulem
ni jani ni birin ketuta yen samba biri keto botana ke wonata cika kanan landi
when I fainted
ke do na tan tera datu ji wona tan daw
and I regained consciousness, one man came and took me away and placed me on that door, and this guy came and kicked me.
o yenda fo mbelari ndami munu yen samba sanko panelo to na tan tera ji le do yen jamuta yen kurdu kan dundi
That man kicked me where I was lying down, and other men came and found me where I was lying, and they took me and dragged me to that panel.
Do you know if that panel could tell whether you had been tortured?
fo wo panelo men ye sambaje wo molu men bije fo ibe alhalo men to nimmo yeje balon le be alhalo men to ba
yeah
ye samba panelo men nyatilimula
ha
so ibe sambala je tumo men na fo momondi nyaaye je ba lonno le ko ete men ketela
amo ibo lonnal
You would know that. Yes.
Can you tell us why you say that?
afanye munan ya fo koy ba lonno le momondi yeje
barot ma manta amono mandi amono
Because at that time I was unable to walk, unable to talk.
You told us that after the panel asked you questions,
yenyim fo ko biri wo panelo ye nyimin ka ko molula
again, because of the condition you were in,
katu ibe bata men kono no wotumo
you fainted again,
inata ketule kota keje
and then you only regained consciousness when you found yourself in another room.
to bote kunna dame wotumo lo ye fanje bundo kono yes
And that was the room where you saw Fatoumata Jawara and Nogo Njai.
namunta wo bungo kono le ye farmata jawara ni nogo njay je woleto
Yes.
And at that time you told us that you were very dizzy.
ako tumo yenyim fanam foko e nyaabe minin kan
ha
Yes.
Did you faint again after that, or were you conscious throughout?
ako wo dinkirato farmata jawara nyol be ini be damen fo inata ketule je fanan kota ke bam fodum ima keto man boyi kanje
jarin kata lopta jani kan samba loptano to onnata ketu jela fu yen samba loptano to keto e mbula loptano la
Before I was taken to the hospital, I fainted there again. I only regained consciousness when I was taken to the hospital.
When you were taken to the hospital,
biri ye samba loptano
can you tell us if that hospital was within the NIA premises somewhere, or was it outside the building?
wo loptano me ye samba je abe ena ela kordale kono bam fabe ena ela kordaye bantalale
abe ko temaji
It was in the middle there.
And you told us that when you regained consciousness,
andu yenyim fonyen ko birin keto botela
that was when Nogoy told you that a doctor wanted to inject you.
mutumolo nogo ya fen ko doctor on natale men lafte pengula
ha
Yes.
But she told the doctor not to do that.
bare iko nogo ko doctor o e kana pengu
ha
And
Yes.
she told you to be careful.
awotumola ko isi hakilotu
You said the doctor came again while you were conscious,
o e ko doctor o nata murunnan ne je kote ke bawotumo keto bote kumola
but you still refused for him to inject you.
bare hanimbi ibalanta imanson aye pengu
ha
Yes.
You said that you had heard a lot of things
yenyim foko katu yekuma jamal le moyi la koluto
regarding people who had been injected
molu men ya lon ko nene ye pengu
and they subsequently died.
andungol dolu nata faale
Can you
Yes.
tell us what you were referring to? What are some of the examples that you recall?
o santiongolu dolu foy hakilo sa mutanole nene menu pengu nata fa batabulu
hani ko min kamo e mol ka fo nka so soroke
No, just like I used to hear people talk about these things, but I usually deny it.
You told us that when the doctor offered to inject you, it's because you had been urinating blood for about 15 days, correct?
ako doctor o lafte pengu la nyene kanko katu atata le fotil tanni lulu e kayelo le jalamuta
ha
Yes.
Do you know why you were urinating blood?
ako foy fama yalo no munan e kayelo jalamuta nu
ala ya lo malo
Go-
hanin ke bin kamire
God knows I did not know. Up to till today, I keep thinking about it.
You told us that it lasted for 15 days.
Yenyum fonyen ko atatale fo tiltani lulu.
tiltani lulu.
Yes, for 15 days.
When was the first time you noticed that you were urinating blood?
Ya korosi watu jumale follow ka foko yeyelo le jalamuta.
Biri keto botana len ko beta jonkonto.
After I regained consciousness, I said I was going to the restroom.
Natambula pususo kono.
They put me on a wheelchair
Samba jonkonto.
and they took me to the restroom.
Tata biringa suguna ke ngakalam da ko kayelo le suguna.
I went, and when I urinated, I realized that I was urinating blood.
Nata fu yen ko kayelo le suguna.
I then told them that I was urinating blood.
Sergeant Jeng.
Sergeant Jeng
Anata ko ko to kube fero kala ko asake yelonte.
said that they were going to try other means, all they could. It could be that that was not blood.
Biri suguna ye mutakoto ye poto nati.
So for the next time, when I wanted to go to the restroom, they brought a tin
Bo kono ji.
inside the room.
Nata Sergeant Jeng nata fon yalo ko yelole.
Sergeant Jeng came to realize that, in fact, this was actually blood.
O kola le doctor nata.
It was after that the doctor came in.
Had that ever happened to you before?
Ako fo nineketela numbang janning wo nyin kolbe kala.
Hani nana moji.
No, I never saw this before.
Did the doctor tell you why that was happening?
Fo doctor onyum nata fo en munan na wobeke kambang.
Ani amo fa inte fa woni doctor o man biato bara natale ngai tendela ko ntempingula bari birimbe bantanga ko momi be moy Allah taala man so yin natija abe saniyata maka ko fa banta be kerde man son doctor o yima.
Well, I refused to be injected because when I was outside, I had a lot of things that happened to people at the NIA. So this is why I refused to be injected. There were things which I denied at that time. But now I saw it with my own eyes. This is why I refused to be injected.
I'm trying to understand if the doctor was able to tell you why he thought you were urinating blood.
For Dr. Onying, I jubel I afraid dalilo me yakendi be yelo sumunakan.
Ate mi fadala ko nogele anyi kawla ko liparoni ne.
Nogoy was the one who asked him that, and he said it was due to the beatings.
You told us that this had never happened to you before.
Enyim folako nyin nena man kela numbi janni nyim.
Nana man soto nana maji.
It never happened. I never saw it.
And it lasted for 15 days.
Ando atatale fotil tani lulu.
It lasted for 15 days.
During those 15 days, were you still at the NIA premises or were you taken elsewhere?
O tiltani lulo kono fo be atarle be NIA la dinkirato je bam fo e sambadula dol.
Ani be loptano ni kono.
I was inside the hospital,
which was within the NIA premises, correct?
Wala mo loptano to membe NIA la korda kono je.
Hambe kono to.
yes, I was inside there.
And the doctor that you have been referring to, was it always Dr. Sanyang or were there different doctors that attended to
Eka
you?
doctor o mem foten. Dr. Sanyan kilingole kamuruna mfodo eka doctor dole nata.
Kola bire Dr. Sanya nya fo sajini ko del man so ala jara rola. Ay anata doctor do nata mun no solete.
After Dr. Sanyam said to Jeng that I refused to accept to be treated by him, they brought in another nurse.
Do you remember the name of the nurse?
Foi hakilo sibula o no so tola leba.
No so nton Fatou Dabo let.
The nurse's name was Fatou Dabo.
You explained to us one of the consequences, which was urinating blood.
Ya fanye dalilo lu killing me ya sabu ka yelo jalamuta.
What about pain? Did you feel any pain at that point?
Ako dimingu dung fo tembo ka dimingu ibalo ke diminne ka dimingu fil le bamatumo.
Oto ka diwo mi fil mbaloto.
That time, the kind of pain I used to feel, in fact, dying was going to be better for me.
Can you tell us where you felt pain?
Afonye balo minto ni minto le kedi minnu otumo.
That time, as I am like this, I was unable to sit.
My other eye, where they hit me, continued to bleed.
Apart from that, did you have any other injuries?
The
wounds were many. Even my hand, during those times, it was unable to do anything. It is only now that it is better.
You're referring to your left hand?
Yes, my left hand.
You also mentioned that the pain you felt was was unbearable. You would have rather, it's almost like you'd prefer dying, I believe was the word that you used.
To God, yes.
Can you try and describe that pain to us so that we have a better understanding of what you felt and where you felt it?
Dimingu na jawyan laftawle kalangolonna pro dimingu ala dimingu asembo aketa nyadi le ani balo minto ni minto le fonga ye batandi dimingu to kendake
kata biri na tek ni bebe yitiro ndo abete mbuka sino mbuka lano kala dami ngada ha wala mun nimbe salila nkalla le te ngon sali.
In those days the pain was so intense that from my back, coming down to my sides, coming down to my backside, to my thighs, they were all paining seriously. In fact, if I had to pray, I had to lie down on my stomach and pray, but I cannot move certain parts of my body.
When the nurse, Fatou Dabo, arrived,
Bring Fatou Dabo nata no sonyi.
Can you tell us what kind of treatment or what kind of medical assistance she provided?
Afonyeng ay mun jaral façon le keye wala ay topotono nyaadile.
Biri Fatou Dabo nata.
When Fatou Dabo came,
Tata borol sanna.
she went and bought some medicines.
Football lal kanim boro min pompe.
The kind, the dip spray, she bought it. That was what she bought. And some tablets.
And penicillin tulumal.
And penicillin, which was in creamy form. When she came, I said, Fatou Dabo, you are a woman and we too are women. And all of us are citizens of this country. There is no single person here that I can trust. And this is what I have to tell you. Before you would touch us, you will swear that you will assist us and that you will not betray us. Then she told us that if God wills it, she will not betray us and that she was going to do all she could to help us. That was when I accepted her to treat us. So when morning comes and we were taken to be washed, and when you come and you lie down and she starts pumping you with this deep heat, you used to feel it inside, even up to your heart. And she also gave us tablets which we drank, and that helped to subside the pain. All of that time, I was unable to sit. This side, I had a swelling there. It nearly paralyzed my leg. I was in that situation. She did all her best to be honest to God. She did not betray us. But once they realized that she was assisting us, they nearly arrested her. She had to abscond and run away from the country. And she went to Senegal.
You told us that the first time you tried to go to the bathroom, you had to use a wheelchair. For how long did you continue to use a wheelchair?
After some time, I began to force myself to walk so that my legs will not be paralyzed. When Fatou Dabo came, when I want to go to the restroom, I will tell her to assist me. She will put her arm under me and assist me to go to the restroom.
You mentioned a Sergeant Jeng.
Yes, Sergeant Jeng Tolefo.
Do you know if he was a member of the NIA or if he worked for a different security outfit?
Yalon nefo abedu kola nun NIA ole bang fa bedu kola bunda dole.
Operation commander what?
He was the operations commander.
At the NIA?
NIA.
Yes.
While you were at the medical clinic within the NIA, did you have any conversations with any of the NIA officers apart from the Sergeant Jeng? No. Can you tell us how much time you spent at the NIA?
I spent a month there.
During that period, that 1 month period of detention, can you tell us a bit about the conditions at the NIA? So a bit about the facilities where you slept, for example? Whether you were provided with any food? And whether, for instance, you had visits from family or relatives?
We never saw anyone there. As for the food, they used to bring the food, but we were the ones who never ate it. Because of a lack of trust, we never ate their food.
Fatou
Dabo said to Jeng, Fatou is here, she is sick, and we have advised her to stop fasting, but she still insists on fasting. So when Jeng came there, he asked Nogoy, she asked Nogoy, I heard that you used to be supplied food, but you normally don't use the food. What is your problem? Nogoy said to him, we will not eat your food because we know that you want to kill us.
He said to Nogoy that don't have those kinds of thoughts in your mind to say that we want to kill you people.
He said to Nogoy, we are not going to kill you. But Nogoy said to him, of course, yes. Because what you have done to us, you have shown that you are capable of killing us. And then he said to Nogoi, now from now, every day,
for 25.
I don't know if it's $50 or 25. I have forgotten. That for every day, that amount was for us at the NIA. Now, Nogoi said that we should be using the money to buy drinks that had vitamin. So we were buying those kind of drinks. And they'll bring it to us. And give each one your own. Each one of us will drink our own. In the end, Nogoi and the sergeant spoke. The sergeant told her that he heard that I was fasting. He said to her that what made him fearful of me is that I am someone who is cursing them. I said to the sergeant, I am not someone who curses people. I said to him, if you curse, it used to spread out. I said to him, God the Almighty said that we are all commodities of the Almighty. If the one commodity is not afraid of troubling the other, that commodity that has been troubled should submit itself to God. I said to him, I don't curse people, I only entrust myself to the Almighty. One other day I said to him, Surgeon, if you want to run, run. He laughed and asked why I asked him to run away. I said to him, the person on whose behest you beat people, his government has come to an end. He laughed and said to Nogoi that I have lost my mind. After that, I kept quiet. I never spoke. He said he will not run away, that each month he used to go to Dakar to go and take medicine. He will never run away. And that Yaya will never leave this place as well. He said that each time they beat people, that is when they get more power. I said to him, well, fine. Yes.
I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened to Nogoi Njai as well as Fatoumata Jawara. You said Nogoi Njai told the Sergeant Jeng that after what you have done to us. She didn't trust him. Did she tell you what happened to her?
Yes. Yes, of course. We are all in the same room.
Can you tell us what she told you?
It's
not what she told me. I was seeing her. She too was beaten.
She's somebody who is well built. She fought with them. Because she's a bit powerful.
You said they beat her. Can you tell us what you observed?
Bari biru ba lipala utumo akende abata ngalabonto akija faro suto mumeonka kumomutale.
Well, she was beaten mercilessly, and there was a time when she also cannot walk. Sometimes I help her, but at night I have to hold her head to steady her down.
Are you referring to Nogoi Njai or are you referring to Fatoumata
Jawara? Both of them.
So So essentially, they had a similar experience to you.
Yes, exactly.
You said that they were beaten mercilessly, as you put it.
Yes.
And it was even difficult to walk.
Yes.
Can you tell us if you observed any other injuries or any other difficulties as a result of what they experienced?
Ye baramadolu soton ne bang me ya lonka se mantora etela jero kola ilawo mantod bilawo bute rokono fo I hakilo se ojabang.
Ko fana mantoro soton.
Yes, they also suffered they were brutalized.
Can you give us examples of what you mean?
Ako fo esi santiangulu fono nyene ila kumo koto momenti yalo ya fo ko balo dulalu faratale dulalu funuta Nogo's finger was broken. Nogoy njay
Fatou Jawara defan la nimbe awututalenu
ala mum feng
akomate abele wututanu
Fatou Jawara's back was all over bruised.
You mentioned that when you were taken to the NIA, you were taken along with other detainees apart from Fatmata Jawara and Nogo Njai. Do you know what happened to the other detainees apart from the women?
No, the others, you never see each other with them.
You said you spent about 1 month at the NIA.
Yes.
Where were you taken after 1 month?
Inside that 1 month, the sergeant removed us from the hospital where we were and took us to another room. He opened the first door, opened the second door, and then put us into the third room and locked it up. We were there until Usenu and others came out inquiring about our whereabouts. That was when they removed us from the hospital and took us there and hid us there.
When you say until Usainu and others inquired about your whereabouts, which Usainu are you referring to?
Usainu Dabo.
How do you know that him along with other people inquired about your whereabouts?
Yes.
Sergeant stated that.
So after Usainu and others inquired, Usainu Dabo and others inquired about your whereabouts, you were moved to another room.
Sergeant bring ayo nyininka roke alla kuola drong yali bondi obungo kono yali samba bundoto.
And eventually after 1 month you were transferred out of the NIA.
So atata hanfo karimume okola lo inatali fintindi NIA kono.
Yes.
Can you tell us where you were taken next?
Silambri yali bondi oto yali samba mi.
Mile 2.
They took us to mile 2.
Can you tell us how long you spent at mile 2?
Afanyen kotake ye wati jolle ke mile 2.
Mile 2 hakilo mutai wati dantane ki jawi ansamba court.
I cannot recall, but we spent a little time there, and then we were taken to the court. They brought us back. One day, as I was sitting down, a paramilitary vehicle came in. They came and said that they were there to collect us and take us to Makati.
You said that you were taken to court while you were at mile 2.
Yenyim foko ye samba kito la wato men albe mile 2.
Banjul jang.
Yes, in Banjul.
Can you tell us what you know about the process at the court?
Ya londe foko lu katama nyamin kiti bundala je.
Do you recall if you were charged with any crime?
Foy hakilo samuta ye tumi kule la banka fo yenyi ku kari leke.
Tako.
Yes, of course.
Do you recall what crime you were charged with?
Say ye tumi mune kula.
Oko mol funditale mol ma pametota.
They said we came out to demonstrate without a permission, without a permit,
Komi luatinya.
and that was an offense.
Wala fo jeno.
That was what they said.
Do you recall what the outcome of the case was?
Kito nying. Fo efang hakilo samuta le kito na tala banyadi.
Unaran telu chikaja ntel kito malaba unaran telu chikaja kan telu samba.
The court did not last. They came to pick us up to take us away.
You said that you were taken to Janjangbure.
Yenyim fola ko ye samba janjamburele.
I believe you said McCarthy, if I'm not
Lata
mistaken.
wala ko makati yala ka hojele janjambure.
Yes.
Can you tell us where you were taken exactly?
Oto foi sa fo no nyi yali samba min to le fong to.
Ya samba wala prisina mbeki.
They took us to the prison that is there.
Can you tell us the conditions of the prison?
Foi sa fo no nyi wo kaso o tembo ala kul be tembe daji malto fengolu men yalon ko kaso kono fengolu men yalon ko be je fo yalla hajolu jarale.
O kaso bira mbetaji lumi watran defa balo man so ngalla moto ba kono le fuji.
That prison was bad. In fact, when going there, I had to lie down inside the vehicle until we arrived there. Because I was sick.
We baso jinda ko misaji wol. Ye saji wo sarse moto kono. Ka sitinyami baso.
Mumfem baso.
Ha ni paramilitaire yala fem ko beli jindi ka soro.
Okay, we were put on board a big truck and a tarpaulin was put on top of the vehicle.
From Makati. Amfutata je suto du talaba.
Until we arrived at Makati at a very late time in the night. When we arrived there, the paras took us down and handed us over to the people at the prison there. They put us all in one room and locked up the doors.
We suffered there a lot. It's not a small suffering. The place of sleep was also not good. The food was not good. We found one woman there. Her name was Awa. She was the one who used to hide food and steal food for us to eat.
Even on our beds, there were maggots walking around on the beds. These small insects and small flies that fly during the night, we have to endure sleeping with them on the bed. In that room, we go to the restroom in that same room. That is where we also do everything. One day I became emboldened and I said to Nogoy and Fatou, this woman that we see, she puts on a veil and I think she's a Muslim. Let us plead with her so that she could allow us to go out and be performing ablution. Fatumata Jawara said that I should not tell her that. I said to her, no, I will tell her. God willed it. She came. Once she opened the door and came inside, she greeted and I responded. I got up and sat down.
nkai anataro akonya kona
I said to her, Anataira, and she answered.
nkai mbi dan la kukilinel
I said to her, I am going to plead just for one thing.
nka aliya mutato nyalem aliya mol mutato nyalem
You have arrested us, it's true.
ngonga mbi dan la prana muslimi ansa sabatino
I want to plead with you so that I can be able to fulfill my religious obligations, so that you could allow me to be going out and be able to perform my ablution, so that I can come inside and perform my prayers. I said to her, where you go to the restroom and you come back and do all other things, to come back and pray in that the same place is not something that is acceptable. She said no, that she will not do that, that we should not feel air outside. I also said to her, I present you before God. I said to her, imprisonment, you can do that to us, but you cannot take my religion away from me. She went out and she left. She got out and left. After that, Fatou Jawara said to me, you know, I told you not to talk to her and you insisted. This is good for you. Now they took us to court at Mansakonko. When we went to the court, the court did not end. The police, the head of the police was there. I think his name is Tarawale at the Mansakongo police station. He said that nobody would spend the night there. And he said also that our situation was that the women were not feeling well, the men too were not feeling well. That if we spend the night there, it could be that one of us would die. And if there was a death reported, it would be said that it happened at the Mansakongo police station.
Then they said, whatever they are to do with us, let them go ahead and do it with us. And that same night again, they brought in a truck and put us on board a truck, and we went back to Janjambure and arrived there very late at night. Then the following day again, we were brought back to the court. Well, thanks to God, the people there helped us. That day, many of us saw our family members because people came in abundance. We saw our family members. We saw our loved ones. That day, there was no court again. Now they just decided that they are going to lock us up. 3 years imprisonment with hard labor. That's how they took us back. When they took us back, we were there. I felt sick very badly there. When I felt that, they took me to another place. I don't know whether it was a hospital or an ordinary house. They fixed drips for me. They wanted to inject me again, I refused. There was a man who came there and said that I am a doctor. If I leave things with him, you will not spend even the day here today. That was the time I agreed for him to inject me. I was brought back. At night, when I was praying my nafila prayers, an owl came through our window. When that owl came in, I heard the owl making noise with its wings. I continued praying. When I was ready,
mfana emilo sorolto.
the surahs the Quranic surahs that I can recite.
Mfana ninga karanka kenga afia na.
If I read any surah, I blow the wind towards the owl.
Can you, I'll allow you to finish that because I want to ask you a couple of questions and then I'll hand over to the commissioners who may also ask you additional questions. So please finish telling us that story and then I will ask a couple of quick questions and then hand over.
Ako kaltu silang alaftale purka ela kodi komisona labari alaftale yin dinkira bang satala so ni oto bang satala kuma danta babula be nyinin kala menula janna be la kota la kamurundi komisona lukan.
After I did that,
kunoni nata bui.
Kunolu nata
aboita kikewani mboita.
The owl fell down.
Ira aboita doro Fatumata Jawara khar urta.
After it fell, Fatumata Jawara shouted.
Anati notona.
She came to me
grabbed me
and held me.
Nkai hakilo temkundi ala bule sondo mokono.
I said to her, be calm and put God in your affairs. That was when the guard ran from the back and came. When he came, the bird got up. And he also said to the bird, if I had found you here, I would have shot you. Nogoi was sick that night until she was flat. The day that the bird came, that was the day that they took her to the Bansang hospital. God having it, Nogoi was admitted there, and as a result, she announced my incarceration at the prison to the whole world. When they took Nogoi to the hospital,
that's the time when the prison officer said, even if you people are going to die here, we will not take you to the hospital anymore. Because when Nogoi was taken to the hospital at Bansang, whoever comes around, whoever Nogoi sees, she will announce their incarceration to those people so that they can announce it to the outside world. Within those few days, the officers gave them tough time there. They went on telling us very nasty words. We also kept quiet. With the grace of Allah, they later removed us from there. By the grace of Allah, they removed us from there and brought us back to Mile 2.
Can you tell us when you were finally released from prison?
I
spent 8 months there.
And do you know what led to your release?
There was an election. After the election, we were released. After we were released, all of us went home. But we were going to the courts from time to time. When the court day comes, Husseini will call us and we will go to the court. And God having it, at the end of the day, we were all free from it.
Can you tell us what impact this entire experience has had on you and your family?
Ay munkule sabu itema sondomola karola ila hadama yala karola inila dimbayalu ni badingulu.
Alhamdulillah barana la kila tantula.
I thank God.
Badingulu yakata.
My family, they tried.
Momo yeminno yake.
Each one, whatever they could do, they did.
Dimba fana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
The family too, thanks to God.
Abuka fitino bay abuka nikuya bay.
Well, one has to bear in mind that always there will be trouble. But I thank God, my colleagues also stood for me. They didn't leave my family members alone.
bele ne dimbaya makoy
They all helped my family members.
dongoru man dese
They had enough food.
feto fato man dese
They had clothes.
nte wode man fion fe soto foko duwa gambia mu me be
I had nothing but to pray for the whole of the Gambia.
ko duwa useni dabo na la dimbaya
To pray for Usainu Dabo and his family.
ko duwa antiyam na la mol be fanay
Juma,
antiyam seka
to pray for Auntie Yam Seka and her family.
fefe be UDP naten neton democracy party abe futa na kordar be la katako
All members of the UDP party came to my house. They all did whatever they could.
be la katako
They all tried very well for my
das
family.
koran kul fana ufana ya kata
People in the diaspora also did very well for us.
ufana dadara ko anda matu ya ke mbele
It's not only for me. They did very good things for all of us.
momo la dimba man konko amemindo
None of our families went hungry or had suffered anything else.
oto ni mbota fon sita bi
But so if I was able to come out and live to see the day today,
oto ni sita dawoda ni mu tantun kete fitri wale woti
if I don't extend my thanks to those people, then I am not a good person.
antuman gay fana tantula loya anala timo mol be
My sincere thanks to Antuman Gay, the lawyer, and his team.
kata ko min kany
They did very well for us.
yu sembo dawak
They were able to do a lot of things for us.
hani kafu ndiwo min nyala mba kono ni tema badu gon kolu belu bulo kafu nyola kanati na dimbaye
Even the small community where I live, they decided to collect money and the people around and bring it for my family.
to mba falo be woni mbara mba fala alhamdulillah rabbil alamin
I am extending my sincerest thanks to all of them, and I thank God.
ala ya telefona ma min nati jang
The people who are also here today,
kalbena to nyani fania sabatindila
your intention is to establish the truth here.
It sounds as though you're giving your final closing remarks.
Amunta ila kumo kumfadula beko ibole dikanteng.
Perhaps whatever else you want to add to what you've already said, you can say after the commissioners have asked questions.
Sai sila ina manela kumo kumfa lamoy commissioner lo fumo be nyininka la kumala ngawlu lamoy ni wole nyininka o kola lom ite fana nyante la kumo kumfala.
But I would like to thank you very much for answering my questions.
Akabe numbara la ye isonta yala nyininka rolu be jabi.
Mr. Chairman, I hand over to you for additional questions and the last part of her final remarks as well. Thank you.
Beton silang council ko ay ko sawundi commissioner la karola niwlu fana be nyininka la isi nyininka no ni operator ifanansine la kumo kumfa dulake.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you, Mrs. Camara, for coming to testify before the Commission.
Chairman ko ay council numbara wolem loyati me nyininka akabe te fango fana Mrs. Camara abe numbara la abe jayla isonta inata yesede yaro ke commission nyati lingula.
I have only a small comment before turning to the Commissioners.
Akaye kumandin ne soto alafta men banke la jannabe kodi la commissioner dolla.
Yente karandi bide kula nene mamemlo.
Ako ya karandi kula biya nene mamel.
Wala mo
You have educated me on something which I have never known, that a member of the Camara Kunda was able to bring down an owl through the verses of the Quran. I thought that all of them were unbelievers, which is why when I am told that a member of the Camara Kunda is an imam, I don't usually believe it.
But Al-Quran sorol turn into But
to turn the verses of the Quran into a weapon to kill an owl.
But anyway,
but as I said, that is wisdom for all of us here.
Besides that, a brief comment. I just want to repeat what I said earlier, the tragedy that you had gone through and the suffering and in the hands of agents of the state is outrageous.
Ako wo kuma kan lu ko la lafta men la je wolem yemantoro nin jarabo nin ngaibo men taki molu bulu men ya lon ko fangol bu man sakunda do kulaleti ako kujaw bale moti.
Truly sorry about that.
Ako mu bala fatia be hakdan la ise haketu wala.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, turn to you, please indicate.
Commissionalu ni moy nyinin kar soto ako isa itandi.
Fine. With no questions, Mrs. Camara, if you have any closing remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Wairi commissionalu mo man soto men be nyinin kala silang. Yekumo kum fadula men datino sitente ilafta mun kuma kanne sindila gambian kolu makotake ya to laban.
What I want to give to Gambians, that is to say that what happened, let nobody pray to God that such a thing would happen again. Those of you that are also seated here, with your good intention and your advice, thank God, people said that they are going to come to differentiate truth from falsehood. Let us all return and become one. Let all the minds become one. You two are doing a great job here. God that stands for his people, may he also stand for you. I also want to call on my fellow women, those that are inside the Gambia here, those that also ran away and left the Gambia. Let them all come out and come to the TRRC here and testify. I want to assure them that there is truth here, and as a human being, no matter how angry you are able to speak your truth. It will add on to your life. It is better to keep that in your mind and keep thinking about it. Where I am seated here, I am with my children and my grandchildren. I could have refused to come here and testify. Coming here is not helping myself. So for women, I welcome you all. Come here and tell the truth. Defend yourself and defend your country. What we came out from, all of us have seen it. So that God will protect us from such a thing again. What will prevent us from that is when truth is is taken out from falsehood. So I am calling on everyone, let everyone come. I will once again thank members of the diaspora to also
extend thanks to those who have been praying for this country. When I went to Senegal for treatment, the journalists came there to interview me. They even asked me, is there a place in the Gambia when you have serious trouble in the country where your elders will go and pray to God? Is that place in the Gambia? I told them that, well, there's no such place like that in the Gambia. I told them in Gambia, there are very religious, good religious people. Even during daytime, you can see somebody going. You think that if that man is a foolish man. But during the night, you don't know what happens between that man and God. And Allah. I told the journalist that this is what's existing or this is what's happening in the Gambia. I told them even our children, a lot of them are religious. And even two people meet at a place. They pray to God, they open their arms and pray to God. Then one of the journalists said, well, that's the end of everything. Don't even bother to ask again. He said, the reason why I asked you,
ni mo min udunta Gambia
people who go into the Gambia,
ay bankol konte udunta dulamin to kelol keteje kido teta
they counted countries where they have gone through, where fighting took place.
ngaw yena du Gambia ja ke jisumati
And now you come to the Gambia, what happened here becomes so cold now.
o koyotere jahal ni bakale
Well, that has really puzzled them.
akonga nyeri min fole mu toñati fatiha ni salatul fatiha o manko ko kulela
Then the journalist said, now I believe that the Fatiha and praying to Allah is so powerful that there is nothing which it cannot calm down.
oto mbafala Gambia koli
So I am telling Gambian people,
ala ya sola de
God has given us a very mighty gift.
ala ya so dunya be nyabore am fe
God has given us a gift that the whole world is envious of.
anyemol so fana min nata ko toña sabandi
We have people here now who are here to establish the truth.
ale funti toña sabati
Come out and give the truth.
ko telephone ko nyaare neba jen akana ke koteke
So that just the slogan says, never again, never again, never again.
dunya be nyabore am fe
The whole world is envious of the Gambia today.
annal lolilal fana ya kata
And those with knowledge have also tried.
nyabota nin kansulo fele de
I am very, very, very happy about this
ninka fo
council.
nyabota fe bakale
Oh, I really appreciate the council.
ninka fo be do ko mina banko kan
The job that it's doing in this country.
nana Gambia lonilal kafuta nin kafola
If other good citizens join up hands to this commission,
amba fala alhamdulillah rabbil
we will say mighty thanks to God.
alamin fala nimbara
I am saying thanks
aliya
to you.
barka
May Allah help you.
aliya barka sima ya ba ani jata kendeya
May Allah give you long life and
ali
prosperity.
ndo ko commencer bismillah kono
You started with the name of God,
Allah
Bismillah.
ma futandila alhamdulillah rabbil
May it be
alamin
completed in the name of Allah, Alhamdulillah,
ko
Rabbil
mo kali
Alamin.
sima ya ba ani
May
jata
Allah
kendeya
give you all long life and good health.
harame di wotal jono wala de
A human being can never be able to pay you,
nga Allah taala man so o bal jolal
but Allah will reward you.
Allah jo alamat na liatere yomal kiyam
May Allah reward you in this world and in the hereafter.
ala kana momo ni misayla barakendo
May Allah make no one regret your good deeds.
al nikram Muhammad Mustafa kanona
In the name of the Holy Prophet and in the name of Allah and in the name of the Quran.
alhamdulillah I'm content
Thanks to God, I am happy.
Thank you very much indeed, Mrs. Camara, for those very wise closing remarks and also for your prayers.
Inumbara bake Mrs. Camara yo kuma kendo lumenu fo yo dua lumenu ke aning ye londo men fintindi jang chairman kabe numbara la wala.
We'll take a lunch break and come back at 2:30.
Mbita konton dahala nyin tembe dahande wala konton wato between simurun nan jantalam fulanin tala.
Council, you have
I do.
Please go ahead.
I was hoping that we would take advantage of the 15 minutes before the break so that we could start the next witness and then continue after the break.
Oh, that's okay with me. Actually, we can even suspend the lunch break.
I wouldn't go that far. But if we can
marvelous.
just have about just less than 5 minutes to do the switch over, then
Yeah.
we can start now.
Fine, but we would suspend, not adjourn the meeting for 5 minutes, so we
Indeed.
can say thank you to Mrs. Camara.
Indeed,
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you so much. Meeting is suspended for 5 minutes. We will resume our proceedings. Council, are we ready with the next witness? She's already in the chair.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, commissioners and members of the audience. We are ready to proceed with the next witness. She's already in her chair. Mr. Usher, can you kindly swear the witness? Are the interpreters ready to proceed? She wishes to speak in the Mandinka language.
Ai juguna suso.
Nte juguna suso.
Ai juguna suso.
Nte juguna suso.
Nte juguna suso.
Do swear it.
Mben kalila ko.
Mben kalila ko.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbe toñale fola.
Mbe toñale fola.
The whole truth.
Toña damang.
Ape kala toñaji.
And nothing but the truth.
Adun te fem fola mem manke toñati.
Nte fem fola mem manke toñati.
So help me God.
Woto alama ala yendema.
Alama ala yendema.
Good afternoon, Madam Suso.
Akoyti nyang Madam Suso.
Welcome to the TRRC.
Bismillah TRRC.
Thank you for agreeing to testify on such notice. We really appreciate that.
Inumbara isonta kana sedeyaro la wati sutun kono woriata nyambake abaraka.
We met briefly this morning.
Na ben sutun ke nyin somanda.
And as you know, my name is Sagar.
Koy fana yalo nyame nto mu Sagar leti.
And I will be the counsel assisting you with your testimony before the commission today.
Ntele mu loyati membe nyinin kala ila sedeyaro kono bi commission nyati limula.
We have a few guidelines here at the commission which we would like to let you know.
Tarambulo dolu bijang menu mansia bari lafta kawli yitandi la commission nyati limula jang.
And this is to facilitate delivery of your testimony in the best possible way.
We want
you to feel comfortable whilst you give your testimony this afternoon. So please assume a very comfortable sitting position. Please draw the microphone close to you. And this is to avoid you leaning forward to speak or straining yourself whilst you give your testimony. As you are testifying in the Mandinka language, your testimony will be interpreted in English.
Wairi ibe sedeyaro la Mandinka kangoto bitung ila kumakango ibekari ya kanna sorla angale kangoto
as well as other local languages.
Anim banko la kankotengulu so kanna soro beke kang.
So please speak slowly
isidia monyi sumayandi domandoma
and clearly.
Ando asisenea fanang.
Wait for my questions before you respond.
Andu isala nyinin karo batu hanfo nate ya kangoji wokola itasinate jabi.
I will also wait for you to complete your answers before asking further questions.
Andu nate nyinin ka atafanam bete batulale hanfo yela jabi rofo niye kangoji utumu atasine nyinin ka.
This is to prevent overlap in our speeches.
Munyile tipural la diamulu kanasele nyokang.
And also allow easy interpretation.
I just
want to remind you that there is no need to rush. So please take your time and explain to the commission everything that happened to you, so that we can all understand the circumstances that you found yourself under. If at any point you would like me to repeat my question, or you would like to seek further clarification on any point, please do not hesitate to say so. If you would also like a break at any point, Just let us know.
Isa ko indimma.
We're going to be addressing a few topics today.
Mbe fanna lumenu mala dia mo kono bi.
We will look into your personal background so that we know who you are as a person.
Follow mbete fongola kibaro le mala jumale mu iteti.
We will look at events that happened after the 1994 military takeover.
Mbe kuolu jubela 1994 sojar kudeta ko wala mbe ofana njibela.
Your experience during the events of the 1996 UDP presidential campaign nationwide tour.
1996 UDP campaign menke banko kan otumo president carte fayo binala yekolu menu je okono.
We will also look at the events that happened in 2016.
Mbe kuolu fanalu jubela menu keta 2016 sango kono.
After the death of Solo Sandeng.
Solo Sandeng na saya kola.
Your subsequent detention and trial.
Ina ate muta wato menke kitindi.
And the human rights violations you suffered as a result.
Ani hadamaya nyantolu menu tinya itela karola bata melle kan.
We will then finally look at what impact those violations have had on your life.
Ntina jube wo mantora jawlu menu ya kela wonata mune sabu ima ila baluoto ila hadamayato.
In terms of your health.
Ila jata kende ala karola.
And the lives of your family and loved ones.
Ani ila dimbaya ala karola ni kanunte kotengolu.
I hope you have clearly understood everything that I have said.
Malon fayala kumo be fahamula membe foyeteng.
I understand.
Are you ready to proceed with your testimony?
Ako say iparetele pour que la CDRO damu tabang.
Yes.
Please give us your full names.
Sayito kan etoni kontongo ya fonyeng.
My name is Juguna.
And what is
Suso.
Where do you live?
Akoy be siri ming.
I'm resident at Willinkama.
Where is Willinkama found?
Ako Willinkama be minto mafalne.
It's around Brufut. If you're going to Brufut, you get to Willinkama.
When and where were you born?
Ako iwuluta minto le anin sanjuma.
I was born in Dipakunda.
Do you know your date of birth?
Foya ila wululu ngolone bang.
I don't know my date of birth, but I know how old I am.
Please tell us how old you are.
Yes, anji jelle soto.
55 years.
What is your occupation?
Ila do ko mumuneti.
I was working at the hotel school.
Do you remember when you were working at the hotel school?
Foya kilo bakane yedu ko ke hotel school wato meng.
No, I cannot recall that.
Can you situate the time you were working at the hotel school with any major event at that time so that we can have an indication as to what time you were working there?
Ako foy si mira anin ibedo ko la je wato meng. Anin kolu menu benta banko kan ka foko nyin sankari nyin kukar leketa wayatara lembe do ko la je pour ka taman sero li jibe do.
The coup d'etat found me working there.
I beg your pardon?
The coup d'etat found me working there.
That is in 1994.
Olem 1994 sangoti. Sojaroli e banko ta sangomeng.
Yes.
And do you remember how long before that you had started working at the hotel school?
Ako foy sey hakilo samutano yesanji jelle ke do ko la hotel school janning wo kudeta be kala.
Well, it took some time, almost up to a year.
And what were you doing at the hotel school?
E kam do ko la ken hotel school.
I was a cleaner then.
Was the hotel school under any particular ministry or government department?
Akotu hotel school abe mansakunda la bunda jumale koto.
Tourism.
Under the tourism.
It was under the Ministry of Tourism, is that correct?
Akofabe tourism le koto no tumo.
Tourism le koto.
It was under tourism.
And how long did you work there?
Yesanji jelle ke je do ko la.
I cannot say that, but after the coup d'etat, not long after, I left the work because there was an election after the coup d'etat, and there was campaigning at the time. That was when I left the work.
Can you tell us under what circumstances you left the work?
Fesa fono ni dalilo me ya sabu yedo ko bulabang.
I had a problem. That was why I left work. There was one woman there at the hotel school. She was a member of the APRC and I was a member of the UDP. We used to go to work. I used to do the cleaning and she worked at the kitchen. She worked at the kitchen. While I'm doing my cleaning, she used to disturb me a lot. Because she was in the APRC and I was in the UDP, so she used to dress in APRC colors. So I said, well, let me leave the work. I left there and went to the office.
Minister of Tourism.
At the Ministry of Tourism. I got there. I told them that I came to pick up my salary from the paymaster. They said, yes, this one is on the campaign and therefore she does not have time for even our money. I said, let me leave this work. Because the soldiers were in government and I was with Usenu. And if I should continue working, they may come and trouble me. So I left the work. I wrote a letter and resigned.
And those were the circumstances under which you left your job at the hotel school?
Yes, that was the reason why I left work.
In July 1994, where were you living?
July 1994, where
I was in Pipeline at Lawyer Usenu Dabo's compound.
Can you tell us who is Lawyer Usenu Dabo?
Lawyer Usenu Dabo.
Lawyer Usenu Dabo is the leader of the UDP party.
Can you tell us how you came to live at his compound?
Usenu's grandparents, we are their praise singers. Who was Bakari Dabo? He was Usenu's grandfather, and that was he was the cause why I came and stayed with Usenu.
He went and took 3 of my grandparents. They are the praise singers of the Dabo family. The whole lot of our family, our praise singer family, praise singers to Dabo, to Usenu's family. But these are the 3 people he picked and said they are going to live in his compound. Who was Bamba Suso, Numukunda, Malandi. They brought them to Bansang. They were given a compound in Bansang and said they will not stay in the compound there. They are going to bring them into his own compound. And the place called Sambatako. There is a piece of land which belongs to him there. He also gave them a compound there too. This is how we became to stay. This is how we came to stay with Usenu.
So in short, Madam Suso, your family are the griots of the family of Usenu Dabo. Is that correct?
Amunta ka suti andi dorong amunta atelmu Usenu Dabo la almui la jalo leti.
Antelmu la jalo leti.
Yes.
Nata mai nata bitamala.
Yes, we are their griots.
Ntanya Usenu yankole fali.
And I am telling you how I got to live at Usenu's compound. He came and May came and picked me from our house.
It's okay, Madam Suso, I don't want to interrupt you, but all we wanted to know is just the circumstances surrounding how you came to live at Usainu. Let's just move on now.
Silang bitong alaftalon na drong alning Usainu nyule nyo soto nyaming way woto sene yatale.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You mentioned that in 1994 you were actually living at his house. Is that correct?
Akoy nyum foko 1994 way atar lebe Usainu la suokono.
Yes, I was in Usainu's compound.
After the military takeover in July 1994, did anything significant happen whilst you were living at Usainu Dabo's residence?
Akubirin sojaro le bankota 1994 July karokono. Foku kuma nata sotole ba mem keta utumwebe Usainu la suokono.
Yes, something significant happened.
Kindly start by telling us where Usainu Dabo actually resides.
Afanyang Usainu Dabo be sirim mintole.
Pipeline.
At Pipeline.
Please proceed and tell us what actually happened after the July 1994 military takeover whilst you were living there.
Saying tenteng ya fanye muneketa July karo 1994 sojaro le bankota tu momenna wokola munena take.
Sojaro le bankota tu momenna.
When the soldiers took over government, which was on a Friday, on the Saturday they came to Usainu's place. I was cooking breakfast. Jalika came rushing in. Said to me, Juguna, the soldiers have arrived. The children ran and got into the house. They came into the house. I said to Jalika, Bismillah. I left cooking breakfast. I stood inside the parlor. Soldiers all packed inside the parlor. 3 pickups. Gamcel pickups. Gambia?
Airways.
And a pickup belonging to Gambia Airways. The 3rd pickup, I don't know where it came from, but they were 3 pickups. All of them alighted and came inside the house. They filled the whole house with soldiers. After they filled the whole house with soldiers, they asked where Usainu was. I told them I did not see Usainu. They asked me, since yesterday you have not set eyes on Usainu? I said, well, I have not seen Usainu. I said, because there was a coup d'etat yesterday, and all telephone lines were cut off, and Usainu is not here. They said, you are not speaking the truth. I told them, Usainu's wife is not here. Usainu's wife was mine. And they said I was not speaking the truth. I said to them, well, the key is here. Go inside and check. They said, okay. They said, they told me if Usainu returns, that he should go and answer at State House. But that if he fails to come, whatever he sees, that would be it. I said, fine.
Can I just interrupt you here, Madam Suso? Can you remember this precise date of this event?
The takeover happened on Friday. They came to the compound on Saturday in the morning.
You mentioned a particular Jalika. Who is this?
Jalika mento for Jumala Muoti. She's a cousin to Usainu.
And at the time that these soldiers came to the house, you were there with Jalika and who else?
Wato menyi sojarol binaje inin Jalika lebe suokono je aninjuma plus Usainu's siblings and some other children who were entrusted to Usainu.
And how old were these children?
I cannot give their ages.
Were they very small children or older children?
Dol mentale.
For dindim mesengol lem for.
Dol mentale dol mamme.
Some were small children, some were a little bit grown up.
You also mentioned that soldiers came into the house. How did you know that they were soldiers?
Iko sojarol dundanam bungo kono yalo nyaadi le ko sojarol lem.
Uniform wala du.
They were in uniform.
What kind of uniform were they wearing?
Mu uniform façon no le bela.
La sojar uniform wala du.
Soldiers uniforms as they used to wear.
Can you give any further description?
Ako foisi afono uniform oli nyili be nyame kuloro luane.
De kuloro fono namanke firma kala bululet ngamer.
Well, I cannot give out the colors. It might be black or blue.
But you remember the uniform as being the uniform of the soldiers?
Bari hakilo ya amra ko sojaro ka uniform façon le mudum.
Kore fanandu.
Yes, that's the type of.
Apart from wearing uniforms, how else were they dressed?
Hana manke uniform molti ila dum fengolo be nyaadi ile.
Ye maskol.
They were putting on masks.
E jalole ke nyaada le yasit.
They put webs around their faces and they tied it. They came and stood inside the room.
Were they armed?
Ako foy nin jorangol le nata bang.
They came with guns.
And at this point, where was Usainu Dabo?
Ako nyin tembe Usainu Dabo be mintole num.
He was in Kanifing with his wife.
Thank you very much, Madam Witness. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for now because we're eating into the lunch break. But when we come back, we will continue from where we stopped off. Thank you very much.
Akoy numbara Madam Suso afelentin dunta konto wato kono barabitum mbedan na janne follow han fo ning da habotala nsi tente ngakululo da men satawto.
Mr. Chairman, it's time for the lunch break. We'll stop here and then continue afterwards.
Thank you very much, Chairman Council, and thank you very much, Madam Suso. We will take a 1 hour break or 1 hour and 5 minutes and come back at 2:45. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Chairman ko numbara Madam Suso ako loya fana ya numbara mbita de konton da hala ne fonga murunang.